Are you someone that's looking for an earphone with a sound that works well with a wide variety of different genres, while at the same time sounding very open and expansive, and it does all of this without breaking the bank? Well, I found an earphone for you. This is the Havi B3 Pro 1 earphones, and you're watching On a Student Budget, and my name is Tom, and in this channel we check out products and ideas while trying to stay within the student budget. And this is going to be my full review on these Havi earphones, where I'll be talking about the accessories that come with these earphones, the design, the build quality, the comfort, the isolation, and of course the sound quality. And at the end of this video, I'll let you know whether or not I think these guys are worth their price. And I got these earphones off of lendmeyourears.com, and they're also available on penandaudio.com. And I'll put the links in where you can get these earphones in the description below. But without further ado, let's get to the review. Just before we start this review, I'd just like to let you know that Havi has actually released two versions of this earphone. The version that we're reviewing in this video is the Havi B3 Pro 1, and Havi has released Pro 2 as well. So there is no physical differences between the Pro 1 and the Pro 2. The only difference is the actual sound. So the Pro 1 has more of a neutral sounds, and it has a bigger soundstage as well. The Pro 2 has more of a emphasized bass response, so it's more punchier, and it's but at the cost it has a smaller soundstage. So just make sure when you're ordering these earphones, you're reading very carefully to make sure you get the earphone that you want. In terms of accessories, you get a lot of goodies that come with these Havi earphones. You actually get 10 sets of ear tips, you get 3 sets of the white silicones, you get 3 sets of the hybrids, and you get 3 sets of the bi-flange or double flange, and you also get 1 set of foam ear tips. So you're definitely going to find an ear tip that fits you in terms of size, and they come in various different shapes as well. It also comes with a hard shell carrying case, a soft carrying pouch, and also a cleaning cloth, because the cleaning cloth is actually used to clean the faceplate of this earphone, which is actually made out of glass. In terms of design and build quality, I very much like the design of these Havi earphones. I think it's very handsome looking, and as I stated before, there is a glass plate on the face of each earphone, and I think it's a very nice added touch. These earphones are made out of entirely plastic, but it doesn't feel cheap or anything like that. And the cable is actually very impressive in terms of build as well. The cable is actually very unique because the top half of the cable is about a medium thickness, and and go after the Y-shaped connector. Again, very beefy. It turns into a flat cable. And it's actually it carries a little bit of a weight to it, but again, it feels very premium. And then at the end of it, it ends in an L-shaped jack. Again, very well relieved. It's very beefy, and I'm very impressed in terms of the build quality, especially for $60. In terms of comfort, these earphones are actually an over-ear wearing earphone, so you have to wear it around your ear. So you have to loop it again over your ear. And in terms of comfort, I think it's just about average. These earpieces are rather large, and they are unorthodox shaped, so those with smaller outer ears may not find these earphones to be the most comfortable. And I did find that after about 2 hours of listening, my outer ear did feel a little bit of fatigue, but it was nothing glaring in that regard. In terms of isolation, I think that these earphones are just about average again. They are semi-vented, but I think but I was able to wear these earphones on my commute, so I was going on the bus or subway. It doesn't completely seal the world out entirely, but and it gives you just enough situational awareness to hear what's going on around you, like cars and alarms and announcements and stuff like that. So I think it's good for safety reasons. In terms of sound quality, these Havis sound nothing like $60 earphones. They sound way better than that. It has a very neutral sound signature. It's very transparent, it's very clear, and it covers the entire sound spectrum very well. For this review, I actually used these straight off of my iPod Touch. And fair warning, these earphones actually require quite a bit of juice. I had to turn these earphones all the way up to about halfway, just to reach my normal listening levels. And I also noticed that these earphones are actually very sensitive to the ear tips. I'm actually using the JVC explosive ear tips, and what I mean by being sensitive in terms of ear tips is the fact that if you use more narrow like nozzle ear tips, it makes it sound very warm, and it gives a more bass punch, and it does compress the soundstage again. And if you use a more open nozzle, so like a wider nozzle like the ones I'm using with my earphones right now, it opens up the soundstage, it makes the sound leaner, and overall I enjoyed the more leaner soundstage with the wider ear tips. So going into the sound, so the bass here is actually a very versatile, very neutral bass. There's no emphasized bass response anywhere. It reproduces the bass lines in your music very well. So if your music is supposed to thump, it'll thump. And if it's supposed to rumble, it will rumble. These earphones just play out the entire song just the way it's actually recorded. And in terms of the bass here, it's very tight, it's very fast sounding. Going into the mid-range is actually one of my favorite aspects of this earphone. It's an absolutely gorgeous mid-range. It's not forward, it's actually very natural sounding, but it's the clarity and of it, and it's so transparent and it's so detailed. It's just out of this world. Like, really, it really is amazing, especially for $60, really. So vocals sound amazing. Like for example, each person has a very unique voice, and the way they say certain words, the way they hit a certain note is very unique per singer and per person as well. And these earphones reproduce every single detail and every single nuance in the voices. It's very enveloping, and I think it's just fantastic for both male and female vocals. So and going into the treble is, again, like the mid-range and the bass, very transparent, very clear, and it actually extends very far. And so the treble here is not harsh or anything like that. It's just very beautifully executed. But going into the soundstage is the absolute highlight of these Havi earphones. Remember, these are earphones, and like sometimes when I was listening to these guys, it actually I was actually questioning whether or not I'm listening to a set of full-size headphones, which is just absolutely crazy. And especially because these guys are only $60. It's just on the soundstage alone, I think that they are easily worth their price. And so in terms of the soundstage, it's very wide, it's very expansive in terms of like height and everywhere, and you can place instruments in front of one another very easily. It's just a very out of your head experience. So the soundstage is just fantastic. So what's my verdict on these Havi B3 Pro 1 earphones? Well, it has great build quality. It's very handsome looking. It's very unique, especially at this price point, because you get a combination of a neutral sound signature and also very an expansive soundstage as well. So this is also very good for someone that wants to try a neutral sound signature without breaking the bank. So very high marks for me. I hope you enjoyed this review, and if it helped you out, definitely hit the like and subscribe button, and definitely share with your friends as well. And if you have any questions about these Havi earphones or anything else, hit me up in the comments below, and I'll do my best to answer those questions. And I'm actually going to be doing a comparison video between these Havi earphones with the VSonic VSD 3S, which is another $60 earphone, and the Hi-Fi Man RE400, which is just like a fantastic option for under $100. And I'm actually opening up a Facebook page, so to keep up with all these new videos and posts and everything like that, you can check it out there. So it's facebook.com/onastudentbudget, and you can actually tweet me on Twitter on student budget. So I hope to see you guys either on Twitter, Facebook, or on YouTube, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your week.